Mute your fucking.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You've known them to run their mouths about politics. Politics, schmalitics. Well, little did you know, they can run their mouths about other stuff as well. This is the Mark G Show. They have a natural curiosity about just about everything, from aliens, the paranormal, to the biggest natural disasters that have ever occurred on planet Earth, and everything in between. Two brothers from another mother ripping it up. And, oh no, we don't record the show. We have the balls to do it live. Call into the show at 207-370-5852. That's 207-370-5852. Be a part of the show. Let's do it. This is the Mark G Show. And now your hosts, Mark G and Gary G.
And Zach. What's going on? TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Apple Podcast, Spotify, and everybody else out there. What's going on? Welcome to the Mark G Show, ladies and gentlemen. We got a weird but interesting show for y'all tonight. This is a completely last-minute made-up show, but I think we're going to make it work tonight. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. And boy, do I got some interesting news articles for y'all tonight. But before we get into that part, let me do some introductions, and then we got a few more things to get out of the way, then we'll actually start the show. Let me introduce you to my brother from another mother, the guy with the afro up there above me, Gary G. What's going on, brother?
What's happening? Looking forward to tonight because you're trying to keep all this cool, steamy subjects quiet, so nobody knows what the hell we're going to talk about.
I love it. Fucking love it. And then over here at the other top corner, we have the man who's got himself some sugar grandmas, some sugar mamas, and even some sugar daddies. We call him Zach Fuge on TikTok. What's going on, Zach? How are you, my man?
I mean, I don't know about the sugar daddy part, but I mean, maybe the other part's sort of somewhat true. You know what I mean? But I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck we're talking about tonight, you secretive bastard.
Hey, got to keep a secret sometimes. I got to see your reactions. Hey, well, DJ Edits, I'm glad on TikTok. I'm glad you're loving the show, my man. I'm glad you're loving the show. Before we get the show started, y'all, we do have a sponsor now on the show. So what I want to do is I want to give a shout out to our sponsor. Y'all will probably already see me do a video on it. It's streamerstoolkit.com. Streamerstoolkit.com is where you get some reviews on all the latest streaming equipment that you could use to do what we do here. You know, great old microphones, audio equipment, stuff like that. Check them out, y'all. Once again, that is streamerstoolkit.com. Give it a check out. Other than that, we do have a quick disclaimer to get out of the way. Everything that you hear on the show tonight are the views and the opinions of myself and the guests that are on the show. For instance, Zach and Gary. You know, sometimes the stuff that comes out of their mouth is a bunch of shit, but it's okay. It's for entertainment purposes only. Everything on the show is for entertainment purposes only. Do with it as you please. And as always, please do your own research. And I appreciate all of you tuning in live tonight as the show is a live recording. Now that that's out of the way. Yeah, man. So we got some interesting stuff. You know, we're going to talk about some of the most interesting, intriguing, but yet odd news that's happened throughout the week. Later on the show, we're going to talk about who's dirtier, men or women. And we even got percentages on that. So it's going to be pretty interesting on that one. So, you know, we're going to dive right into a lot of this stuff. The first one that we have up here on the news article is Charity Store Unusual Request. A store in Swansea, Wales, supporting the Bernardo Children's Charity, has asked donors to refrain from sending sex toys. The store emphasized its role as children's charity and warned that CCTV could trace such donations back to their owners. I'm not sure about you, but I'm not sure who's going to go ahead and, you know, donate their 9-inch toy to charity and like hope that it raises money for children. But I guess people do this because otherwise, I mean, they wouldn't tell people, hey, don't donate your play toys for money. Like, I mean, come on.
Those are
I mean,
probably not brand new play toys. You
no,
know,
these
Those
are not these are used. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What did it
Yeah.
not satisfy? I'm like, oh, we might as well donate it. Like,
you imagine like someone's poor old grandma passes away and they have a box full of grandma's toys and they bring it. Say, here, you can go ahead and sell these for the children.
wow.
That's an interesting one.
I couldn't imagine, man. I don't know. Like, it legitimately happens because otherwise they wouldn't put it out there in the news saying, hey, don't bring your adult toys. I don't know. I'm finding myself quite amused over just that one article alone right now, because that'd be like me. Hey, Zach, your son's having a football fundraiser, right, for a mystery auction. Hey, man, I just did this house clean out. This house, you wouldn't believe it had so many freaking toys in it. I'm gonna give them to you, man. There's chains, there's whips, there's vibes, and all that good stuff in this box, man. Go ahead and do what you need with it, Zach. Can you sell that, Zach? You think you can push that out where you're at?
No.
Zach, it's for a good cause. You
I
can
don't
go ahead.
care. I wouldn't even fucking try. No, I'm not
No?
being held responsible.
Oh man,
So
right?
it
Good
wasn't-
old Buzz and Woody.
It wasn't a donation, but one of my coworkers he shared a link around because it was found on Craigslist. A woman was allegedly selling some crystal phallic-like objects for healing purposes. So if the women needed a little deeper healing, they could go buy some crystal toys from her.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, Craigslist. Gotta love it, right?
Man. And this is all right. This is already starting off. That was the first article of the day. Let's keep moving
right.
on with some of these
Hey,
articles.
do you want to hear some shit though before we move on?
No, go for it, man. Go
I
for
used
it.
to work at Amazon a long time ago, like in the return department. Dude, you would be surprised how many toys got returned because they said it was A, not pleasurable, or 2, did not fit.
Damn.
Interesting.
Right? And Amazon took it back without question, of course, because Amazon's return policies, no questions asked.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Wow.
Did they resell them though, or did they put them in
No,
those
I think they
boxes for
threw.
those people?
I would hope they threw them out. I would just open the box and just throw it down the line. Like, nope.
There's a whole secondary market for goods that have been returned.
There is. So that's why I was asking,
buy
like, do they throw
truckloads.
them out or do
Yeah.
they throw them in another box? Zach took them home, someone
Oof.
says.
No, they put them on those skids that you buy like for an auction.
Yeah,
exactly.
they auction stuff off
The
like
the mystery boxes. You never know what you're gonna get.
Big giant fist.
Right.
that.
Dear God. All right. So, all right, folks. So just so if there's a charity going around, please, they don't want your toys in there, folks. They don't want your toys in the charity box. That you can keep your used toys at home. And if they're broken or you don't use them anymore, just throw them in the trash. Don't donate them to charity.
If you've outgrown them, so to speak.
Yeah. So
Right.
if you hear that, don't donate them, okay?
For everybody who's tuning in over here on TikTok, we're getting quite a bit of people in here on TikTok right now. We got 55 listeners. We are doing a live podcast recording, and we're talking about weird news across the world, as well as a bunch of other topics. So stay in, have some fun with us, and enjoy the conversation. So the next one, I'm not sure what y'all feelings are about spiders and how well you like spiders,
Nope.
but this next one is in Desiree Kelly of Farmington, Missouri, experienced a nightmare scenario when a spider crawled out of her ear at an urgent care facility. She felt something moving in her ear and discovered it was a black spider after a nurse flushed it out.
Nope.
Could you imagine?
Not
I mean,
bad.
they already say like you eat spiders and bugs when you're sleeping, right? You supposedly eat X amount of spiders when you're sleeping.
Dude.
Do you
Yeah.
imagine like feeling like you like your ear's been itching all day long? Like my wife has her itchy ear, and like she does this thing where it itches her ear and stuff. But could you imagine what you think was an itch, and then a couple hours later, Instead of it being an itch, you're feeling this thing on the edge of your ear, and it's just a little baby black spider coming out.
Yeah, no,
Dude.
fuck that. You don't even know if it's a baby. Like, it could laid eggs in your fucking brain.
Oh man, it could, absolutely. It could have laid some eggs up in there. Oh man, having little baby spiders born out of you.
Yeah, no, dude, I don't do spiders. That's my phobia. I would
Yeah.
literally lose my shit.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I can't. I'm not a big fan of the spiders.
Mm-mm.
There was a guy who skateboarded across the entire country from like Southern California to like New Jersey, coast to coast, and there was a clip of him one day filming, and I guess like a little moth flew into his ear, and he had to go to like an urgent care to have them like get it out because he was like skating, and he's literally skating. He's filming himself doing this, and he had to skate miles to get to the nearest urgent care center to have them get it out of his ear. So it's not as uncommon as you might think, but that just sounds absolutely horrible.
Nothing like having a little spider coming out of your ears. Damn.
Just
I
bugs
couldn't
in the ear
imagine.
in general.
Couldn't imagine though. Like be unexpected. You just feel like it's a normal itch in your ear just to have the spider coming crawling out. And you imagine if it did have babies though.
Dude, fuck.
That'd be the largest itch in your head ever, dude.
Ugh.
Oh my God. And you trap them in there, right? If you wear headphones like AirPods and stuff like that, they insert
I
in
think
there.
I'm gonna.
So you're blockading the little fuckers in there. So like they can't
Nope.
get out. So you're trapping them.
Nope.
Oh man.
I feel like I'm gonna have to check my ear headphones now before I even put them on.
Right. Hey, if there's
sure
anybody
there's
out there
nothing in
that's anybody out there that sells that little thing on TikTok, that checks inside your ear when you clean out your eardrum, now's a good time to get it just to look inside your eardrum, make sure you ain't got no creepy crawlies.
Dude, like, I wouldn't even care if a water pick is for your teeth. I would put that shit in my fucking ear and drain that shit out.
Oh, dude.
No.
All right. No. All right. So let's go with this next one here. This next one's kind of interesting. So we all know, like, living right now on your own, or trying to find your own place, especially in this day and age, if you're young, it's really hard, right? It's really hard. The price of rent's up there. It's sky high. Well, a 75-year-old woman in Pavia, Italy, legally evicted her two adult sons, aged 42 and 40, from her house. Despite having jobs, the sons had not been contributing financially, prompting their mother to take legal action. Now I'm telling you, excuse me, 42 and 40 years old, if my kids are living underneath my house, my roof still, they are definitely helping out financially. That age, they should either A, be moved out, or B, they should be helping out financially more than ever, especially if the mom's 72 years old. I mean, at that point, they should be taking care of mom and paying the bills and say, Mom, we got you from here.
Well, yeah, I would say you've seen the movie Step Brothers, but knowing Mark, you probably haven't. So, Gary, you've seen the movie Step Brothers, right? Yeah, that's what it'd be like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just saying, like, that's messed up, man. Like, I don't know. You gotta, if you're living underneath your mother and father's house, especially if they're in that age range, you gotta be helping out. Matter of fact, I'd be telling my mom, listen, I got it from here, Mom. Sit back, enjoy your best days of your life. I've got the bills here. You took care of them when I was younger. I mean, that's my opinion. I seen it. But yeah, see, exactly. Nucleus. I did see the movie once. Just once. All right, let's go with an overly long baby name. In Spain, Fernando Fitz James Stewart, the 17th Duke of Huáscar, baptized his child with a 25-word long name. Spanish registered rules, however, limits a child's name to one compound and two simple names, requiring the Duke to shorten it. It's 25-word long name.
Does it have what that name is?
They don't. I really wish they would have had that. I probably wouldn't have been able to say it, but 25 words, dude, in a name. Absolutely fucking. Could you imagine that kid in school?
Oh, man.
And I'm sure they still, at least in that country, I bet you they still know curse. They learn cursive. Could you imagine?
How do you fit that name on a license?
I have no. That's got to be one, like, really small lettering or one big ass license.
All right.
Can you imagine trying to write that in cursive?
He has like a license the size of this.
Right? Here's my license. It's an iPad. They're going to be like, no, that's a fake ID. No, I promise you, it's not fake.
Government issued.
Right? Dear God.
Yeah, imagine that kid trying to like in kindergarten trying to like write his name out, like they're practicing their names. He's like, oh fuck.
What
Oh,
if he's
that'd
on
be
a
horrible.
sports? What if he's playing sports? Like, which one of those names goes on the jersey?
Oh my
They'll
god!
just announce his number, like number
Yeah, right.
25.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Oh my god! It'd be like, all right, here we go. We got number 45. Puddingtane Apple Bush Cinnamon Toast Crunch Borjo is coming down the lane right now. I was trying to think of a 25 word. Shut up.
I was like, what
Yeah,
the fuck are you
shut
doing?
up. I just threw everybody off. Whatever, assholes. Let's move on to the show. All right. Everybody loved Halloween. Gary, did you dress up as Halloween?
Did I dress up as Halloween? Nah,
Did you dress up for Halloween? I meant to say.
not this year. I did not. No.
Fucking lame. Zach, did you dress up for Halloween?
Sure did.
What'd you dress up as?
Michael Myers.
Of course you did. All right. Well, this one here is a Arizona teacher caused a stir by dressing up with devil horns and waving a pitchfork over students' heads during a school spirit week, even saying "Hail Satan." The teacher was placed on leave and is now under investigation.
A teacher did that?
A teacher did that.
Oof.
He
I
was
mean,
dressed up as a devil, waving around the pitchfork around the student's head, saying "Hail Satan."
I mean, I can see if it was a problem if it was like, a Catholic school or something like that.
So I've
But-
listened to this. It's in regular school, but what turned out to be the big controversy over it was one of the students asked the teacher to stop. 3 times the student asked the teacher to stop, and the teacher did not, and continued to do it. The
Like
school-
over that kid or just in general?
over that kid in general.
Uh,
So yes, the teacher is now. Someone's saying in the chat, "Poor kid. Imagine trying." Oh wait, church and state separation, right? Church and state separation. But do you consider that church and state separation on Halloween when someone's dressing up? Now, would I say that the teacher took it too far when a student asked him to stop and he did not? Yes. On Halloween, I feel like you can dress up as ever you want. That's the time we're able to play around and make pretend, right? Dress up for whatever. And there's been controversy over Halloween costumes forever. For people that have, either A, painted their faces black or white and they get called out on it. People who dressed up as that Disney character. What's her name there? Who's the little Indian Disney character there? What's her name?
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas. No, Pocahontas is the other one. It's a heavier set dude. I can't. Come on, Zach. You got a kid? I can't think of it right now.
A heavier set, dude.
Yeah, it's a heavier set dude. I think The Rock plays as one of the characters in it. Moabi, Maui.
Maui? Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm so lost. I'm so bad with Disney, you guys. I don't watch Disney movies.
Yeah.
Oh, Moana. There we go. Thank you. My wife, the
Maui.
backdoor producer who's vacuuming and working her way, listening to the show, helps me out here. Moana. Yes, Moana. That was a big controversial one as well. Let's move over this way. All right. So, Zach, you have a child. Gary, this one's going to be hard for you to kind of jump in, but maybe you can chime in as somebody who does not have a child. When you go eat at a restaurant, let me ask you, and someone's got a kid who's screaming, how does that affect you as you're a patron and you're eating at that restaurant?
Don't affect me because I've been there, done that. So I understand what's happening. So
Gary, how does that affect you as somebody who does not have a
I
patron?
don't. I mean, like, look, it could be annoying, but it's like kids are kids. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you can't just be like all civil to your kid. Like, okay, use your indoor voice. They're 2. They're losing their shit. Like.
they're excited to be out. So
Yeah, and for whatever reason, if they're happy, if they're not happy, whatever the thing is, it's just do your best as a parent, but that's just normal. Kids are wild.
Well, apparently there's a restaurant
I know what you're talking about.
in Blue Ridge, Georgia, called the Toco Riverside Restaurant. They have just recently implemented a $50 surcharge for all the patrons who cannot control their misbehaving children. The
What?
policy has been in place for years, I guess. So supposedly, if your children are misbehaving and they're yelling and screaming, and you can't get them to calm down after a moment, you are going to be charged $50 on your restaurant bill.
Isn't
that
it
you
like
have
a
to
bad
pay.
parenting tab or something like that?
Yeah, I believe it's called Bad Parenting Tab, but yeah,
Really?
it's $50.
But that thing that's kind of fucked up about that is there's no outline of what the criteria are. So if for whatever reason, if they don't like the way that you're parenting your child, they're going to charge you 50 extra bucks. Kind of horseshit in my opinion. But
I'd wipe my ass with that receipt and give it
Yeah.
right to them.
I understand what they're trying to do, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not going to go eat at that restaurant. At any restaurant that would ever implement that, they're definitely not going to get my business.
They're just
not at all.
the only people that are going to go there are people that are like trying to say don't have kids and they hate kids, and that's fine if
Right.
that's your target market. But
Right.
you're missing out on larger tabs, in my opinion.
Right.
Right. Exactly. The chat's all saying kids have bad moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. All kids have bad moments. Well, let's here's an interesting one. I don't know why this is news, but it is news. And we're not even to the Guinness record stuff yet, but a mattress company in the Philippines has broke a Guinness World Record by toppling 2,355 people on mattresses like Domino's. This event celebrated the company's 55th anniversary.
How many people?
2,355 people. That is a lot of freaking people, dude. Falling like dominoes. You guys want to try it?
Nope.
Let's
Should we
it.
do a Mark G show experiment?
Yeah.
See if we can get a company behind us and we'll do a human dominoes effect here in the US.
Nice. We still have to do a ghost hunt before we do that.
I've been looking. I'm not having any luck. I think it's because our podcast is not there yet. Maybe in the future. All right. Portland, Oregon. Gary.
Didn't do it.
Police in Oregon helped a deer that had become trapped between the bars of a metal fence, providing a much needed rescue. Deers are crazy. So not only did this story come out, did you guys see the TikTok video? It's also on YouTube and stuff of that deer that literally leaped over a vehicle and then smashed head on into a truck.
Yeah.
Now, did you hear the story behind that? That guy had that truck sold that day. The person that was buying that truck was coming there to buy it. It was listed as mint condition, not a scratch on it. And as the guy pulled up is when that deer did the damage to that car.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So you imagine telling, yeah, man, I got this. It's mint condition. It's perfect for you. Not a scratch on it. Great, I'm coming to you. Your son's out there playing basketball, and the guy
Yeah,
shows
it's the one
up
where it
behind the
almost
truck.
clears the driveway, right? That
Yeah,
video?
like literally
Yeah.
comes to scare, and then like the deer just fucking boom right in, and then deer kept going, dude. It didn't phase the deer at all. The fucking deer just got back up and just pranced away. It's like, holy shit.
Right.
The deer, man, they feel no pain.
The deers are robots, man.
Right? Tina, he did. Yeah, he took $1,000 off of it. He did.
That's cool though that the guy bought it. I guess he saw the damage actually get done, or did he have to show him the footage or what? I don't know.
Nah, he saw it happen. It happened.
Oh,
as he
it happened
told.
like
Yeah.
literally real time, right when he got
Yeah,
there.
real time.
Damn, that's just amazing.
Right.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh man, let's go down to Florida. I'm not sure if anybody who's in our chat right now lives down in Florida, but you may have heard of this news. A woman in Florida has discovered lizards and frog taking shelter on her window at night, seeking warmth. So I'm guessing Florida might be experiencing some cold weather. If anybody's in there in Florida, are you experiencing any cold weather at night? Because that is kind of interesting that lizards and frogs together. Because don't lizards typically eat frogs? Aren't frogs lizard food? If I'm not mistaken.
Well, it depends on what lizard. Because the last time I was in Florida, it was like in 2000 and I don't know, fucking 7. And then it's just like little tiny lizards that run around on the ground. They're not like fucking big or anything.
All right, gotcha. Gary, you
I
got
don't know.
anything?
I don't know if they have like iguanas and shit, but
I think
Yeah.
they do have iguanas.
do
You
they?
heard he's eating little frogs or something? I really don't know. I don't know
Right.
a lot about reptiles.
So let's see here. Gary, you have pets. I have pets. Zach, do you have any pets?
I have a bulldog, but he lives at my Bob's house because I'm never home. I'm always working. So
All right, gotcha. So my question is, do you both of you guys, I know I don't myself, I probably should, but do you guys have pet insurance?
No.
All right, well, Nationwide's 2023 Hambone Award highlighting bizarre pet insurance claims, including a cat trapped in a folding couch, a Labrador who ate phone charger cords.
Oof.
Now, my dog can eat some shit, some weird ass shit. I've seen her do it. Luckily, she's survived everything that she's eaten weird. We got 2 young kids, but could you imagine your dog eating your freaking phone charger cords or a cat? How does a cat get trapped in a folding couch? Unless somebody folded that couch up on the cat.
Maybe it was out for a bed and it was underneath it, and they went to close it, not knowing the cat was under it. I don't know.
That's got to be the only way, right?
It just sounds horrible.
Oh,
Bro,
it
are you
does.
talking about like folded in the mattress, like going
Folded
up?
in the
See,
mattress,
maybe it was under a blanket that was already onto like the bed and they didn't see it.
That's possible.
right? That's poor cat,
But, I mean, you'd think you would hear it like screaming and meowing, like freaking out, but
right? All right,
Like
so we
I'm
got
always
some,
checking where my dogs are at. Like where are they at? Like I don't know. I just need to keep an eye on them.
well, see, it's funny is when my wife and I first got together, we had a little tiny dog. I can't remember what kind of dog it was, but it's like a little tiny thing. And I remember the first night that we had it, we heard it whining and like going crazy first thing in the morning. We're like, what the fuck's happening? Come to find out, the dog tried eating a coat hanger. And like the hook part was literally down the dog's throat. And we had to like weave it out. Well, it was so bad.
God damn.
Yeah. That was probably the craziest thing we've ever happened with any pet that we've had.
so your dog literally got fish hooked.
Yeah. Legitimately got fish hooked.
Damn.
Tina in chat saying her dog ate the phone charger plugged in and it didn't phase her at all.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So we got some more weird news coming out. There's some more interesting stuff going on here. Chimeric monkey birth. Researchers reported the live birth of a chimeric monkey, which has a high proportion of cells derived from a monkey stem cell line. The unique creation marks a significant milestone in biological research. What is a chimeric monkey? I didn't really have time to research these things, but I'd be curious of what a chimeric monkey is.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know what it is neither? All right. We'll just keep moving on here. We'll just keep going. If something pops in and you're like, holy shit, wait a minute, bioengineering, right? Bioengineering's scary in itself. It's cool, but it's also scary. So a team rediscovered a bizarre egg-laying mammal, the Attenborough's long-beaked what the fuck? Echidna? Echidna. Echidna? And in Indonesia's Papua province, the species recorded only once in 1961 is critical for understanding the evolution of egg-laying mammals. Dear God, it is scientists playing at their best right now, right? So they're talking about bringing back dinosaurs.
Really?
Oh yeah, you've heard about that, right?
No.
They are now talking about, yes, bringing back woolly mammoths. That's a dinosaur. A woolly mammoth is a dinosaur.
No, woolly
I
mammoth is a
wouldn't call
fucking
it.
elephant, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that a dinosaur.
Yeah, but it's from the dinosaur age.
It's still, I wouldn't really call it a dinosaur. Like if they're trying to bring back a raptor or something, then that might be a little different.
My wife is agreeing with you. She says it's not a dinosaur.
Yo, so you know what I don't understand?
What's that?
So we weren't alive for the dinosaurs. How do we know what they looked like? They have all these movies and they make them look like how we think they look like.
Right. I agree with you. Everybody on TikTok, I'm seeing you out there. Hello, how are you? That is true. How do we know what dinosaurs look like? I guess we're just going by their bone structures from the bones that we have found. That'll be the only way, right? Caleb Allen is saying it's a dino. See, I guess it's a 50-50 question. For those who are listening, hey, if you're listening on Apple, Spotify tomorrow on this podcast, or for you to be today, let me know in the comments of the podcast section, and let me know if you consider a woolly mammoth a dino or not. I would love to see the ratio of people. Then why are there dino bones at the museum, right? So my wife says, look it up. It's an elephant. I'm putting that up. Reducing pain in belly flops. Scientists investigating belly flops mechanics, uncovering surprising insights about air to water impacts that could benefit marine engineering application. What are belly flops?
When you belly flop,
Oh,
jump into a pool with your big old gut first.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This is just some more weird, interesting kind of news. Google says it's not a dinosaur. People saying in the chat.
Yeah, it's not.
Mice and century flowering plant. A study revealed how field mice behavior is influenced by seeds from dwarf bamboo plants, which flower once a century, providing new insights into seed dispersal and ecosystem dynamics. These are just weird news. These ones are a little bit different than the other stuff out here. Fish tail fin synchronization. Research demonstrated that fish synchronize their tail fins to save energy, a finding that could have implications for understanding aquatic locomotion and energy conservation.
Yeah, they're using the momentum and the water flow dispersed off of one to use that to like push another one. It's like when you it's not rubbing, it's racing, or rubbing's racing when you're in the air thing, when you're using the currents. Yeah. That's pretty dope. I read that article the other day. It's a pretty cool concept.
Gentlemen, this is the one that's going to start causing controversy. People, what I want to do right now is I want to get everybody, if you're listening in on this podcast, whether you're listening on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, or TikTok, what I want you to do right now is I want you to get very active and answer me these questions. I'm going to ask the guys some questions, but I'm going to give everybody, I want everybody to share it out right now. I want you to share it out because the more you share this live stream out, the more you tap that screen, the more we move up in the algorithm, because the next topic we're going to talk about is a very controversial topic. We're going to be talking about who's dirtier, men or women. That's right. We're coming up on that topic now about men and women who are dirtier. Now I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna ask people up here that are already in the board. We're gonna ask Gary and Zach who they think, and I hope the chat's gonna join in on this one. I want to see what y'all gonna get. So Gary, I'm gonna start off with you because I know your wife is probably right above you up there. So I would love to know your opinions, Gary. Who's dirtier, men or women?
Well, not because of my wife, but based off of my experience when I had my little cleaning company, I'm going to say the women's room was significantly grosser, more gross than the men's room. So I'm.
Is that the only place that women are dirtier at? Do you think women are dirty any other place? Like, we're going deep in this. This is a deep dive. This is not just bathrooms.
Well, I mean, that's usually the dirtiest place. If you want to talk about like who's got a dirtier car or something like that, I mean, that's pretty equally spread across the board, I'd assume. But
okay,
yeah.
Zach, what are your opinions on that? Who's dirtier, men or women?
I have to go women. When I worked for a water fire mitigation company, we would go to people's houses if they had sewages or whatever. And I can't tell you how many of the hoarders' houses that we went to were usually women.
Oh, wow.
And also, women's bathrooms are more disgusting than men's.
All right. So, gentlemen, the first topic is, and now that I've got that question out for you guys, I'm also going to ask you, who do you think is better at personal hygiene and self-image? Do you think it's guys or women?
I mean, I feel like women have to be, just because they have Mother Nature visit them once a month, and they have to stay clean. So,
okay. So you're going to say women in that manner are going to be better at their personal hygiene and self-image?
yeah.
All right, let's go at a study by LPSOS found that 61% of women strongly agree that personal hygiene is directly tied to their self-image, compared to only 50% of men. Additionally, 78% of women believe that personal hygiene impacts their daily productivity, while 72% of men agree with this statement. So you are correct. Women are better with their personal hygiene and self-image than men, because women do feel as if they got to upkeep it, right? They got their hair, they got all that stuff. So they got a lot of stuff they got to take care of. So I'll give it to the woman on that one. Now, time spent on personal hygiene. Would you say it's men or women? Who spends more time on their personal hygiene? Gary, go.
Probably women. They they do makeup, they do their hair, manis and petties. Guys, obviously we don't shave all the time. You know what I mean? I have people that I've worked with who were bragging about not showering for 3 days, and that was like a dude. So
Oh, he must have smelled great, man.
I don't know. He was in the warehouse. So,
I would have brought him a bar of soap as a gift. Say, hey, man, I just wanted to give this to you as just a random gift of, gesture.
yeah, I think guys just in general can handle, like if you go on a camping trip for a week, I think guys handle that a little easier than women for a number of different reasons. But yeah, I think women take more time.
Okay. Zach, what are your thoughts?
Agree with Gary.
You agree with Gary? I love Zach's short answer. I agree with Gary. He agrees with Gary with everything.
I don't like those answers, man.
All right, I don't like those answers, Zach. You
Well,
don't got.
he took everything I was gonna say, so I can't fucking say the same shit.
All right. Time spent on personal hygiene. According to a survey discussed by Study Finds, women claim to have a better understanding of how to care for their hygiene than men. 57% versus 42%. On average, women also spend one more hour per week on their personal hygiene compared to men. So women spend an extra hour per week than men do on tending to their personal hygiene. So both of you are right on that one. Let's go to this next one. This is where we're going to start getting down to maybe some arguments here. Cleaning habits and household chores. What would you guys say are better at that, men or women? We're going to start with Zach first on this one.
I mean, it really just depends. I mean, like me, I live by myself. If you came over to my place, you would think a fucking woman lives here. I'm clean. I don't like having a messy house in case I have people coming over. You know, I want it to be spotless at all times. The only time it's really usually messy is if my daughter's here and she throws her toys all over the place. But other than that, you know, I like to keep my place clean. But I mean, I feel like it's equally the same for women and men. Women and men.
He
So.
can't. It's been a while for a woman. He can't even say woman. Gary.
Oh shit. I would say it's probably pretty evenly split on that one. Like,
Sorry, Zach. That pun was there.
yeah.
All right, cleaning habits and household chores. A study highlighted on harvard.edu shows that men spend an average of 10 minutes per day tidying up, whereas cleaning consumes a third of the 1 hour and 20 minutes women spend on household chores daily. So it shows that women spend more time cleaning the home than men do.
Now, are those?
I would agree
see
with that. I'm a quick tidier upper. Look, I got closet space. Look at that. That's where that's going.
Yeah, but it's also is that 10 minutes a day, or is that single people? Is that married couples?
See, I didn't have it break down that much.
See, I feel like the breakdown of that matters more because I just think that's a weird question. I think.
That's
I
a weird
also
question.
really feel like it is like how they're brought up, like growing up too, is how clean they're gonna be in their own house. You know what I mean? Because if the parents were always disgusting, I mean that's how they grew up. They're like, I don't know anything else. So
Or they might go the complete opposite. If their parents were scumbags, they're like, I am not going to fucking live like that. And then they become like OCD clean,
Right.
you know? So,
Right.
Touche. Okay. Now let's go to the bathrooms. We already kind of talked about this one, so I'll get ready to get into it. But Zach, you did say that women are the dirtiest in the bathroom and men are cleaner. Is that
Yeah.
that's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gary.
Now, public, I'll give it two answers on this. I would say maybe the public bathrooms are probably more gross than maybe a house bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't-
that's what I'm saying. Like we like in our morning meetings at work all the time, they always bring up the women's bathroom, how it's disgusting, and they never bring up the men's. So I'm just like,
Yeah. So I don't know. But again, I think that, single, married, family, I think there's a lot of different dynamics there.
All right. So my wife just responded back as far as women cleaning the home and stuff like that, as we're talking about. She goes, also, women will possibly go on strike if they get sick of cleaning up after everybody. So, yes, that's true facts as well. If nobody's really chipping in, the woman's going to go on strike, say, fuck y'all. We'll let it go to shit and see who cleans first. The showdown begins.
shit, not charging.
All right. So let's go to the bathrooms, cleanliness and restrooms. Contrary to some stereotypes, a survey mentioned on today.com indicates that men are actually more careful about cleanliness in restrooms than women, from hand washing to cleaning the toilet seat. So although they may bitch at us men for not putting the toilet seat down after we're done taking a leak, we tend to be cleaner on the toilet seat and the rest of the bathroom. So that's very interesting details. So I guess men, kudos to the men out there. All you men out there are rocking it. How do we say this, men? Oh, good Lord. Will you guys look at that? We won, men. We won the battle.
That's the
We won the
winning
battle.
soundtrack. What the
Dude, if that's the winning soundtrack, I want nothing to do with it.
Fine.
Oh,
I'll just do the
man.
victory scream.
Victory screech!
We win, men. We win. All right. Overall cleanliness, though. Overall cleanliness. Who would you say is better, men or women?
On what
Overall.
setting now? Like which setting?
Just overall
In
cleanliness.
general.
In general. Overall cleanliness. Who would you say, men or women?
Women.
The chat's all down there saying woman. Gary, what are you saying?
Probably women.
All right. The chat is going crazy. They're all saying woman. My wife, by the way, saying I call bullshit on the bathroom. She goes, puddle of piss in front of the toilet. Well, they never said anything about the floor. They just said the toilet. We keep the toilet clean. Doesn't mean we're going to miss shots sometimes.
Yeah, we
Just
might
saying.
have a little drizzle.
Might be a little dribble, yeah, right?
We tend to shake it sometimes more than once, and we make a little bit more of a mess. It does happen. Always Tina says, I agree with the wifey. The wifey, she's not even on the podcast, and she's getting people agreeing with her. This is bullshit. Imagine, I can't wait till I get my studio set up. I am so going to do a podcast with a microphone her way without no camera on it, because she won't be on the camera. She don't want to be, and just have her voice her. Oh, man, we could have a good podcast, me and her. Oh, my God, that'd be a great episode. Overall cleanliness, though, a survey conducted by the Waycroft suggests that on average, women are slightly cleaner than men. Women are more than 1.5% cleaner than the national average, while men are just 0.25% cleaner. That's crazy. Amanda S says, no, men don't keep the toilet clean all the time. I'm just saying, Amanda, the statistics don't lie, Amanda. Statistics don't lie. Men are cleaner on the toilets. That's our
Don't hate the
standard.
data.
Stick with it.
Come on.
Don't hate the data. Don't hate the data. You got to trust the data, Amanda. Trust it.
Trust the science.
Yes, trust the science. Trust the science. All right, these statistics suggest that while women generally tend to spend more time on personal hygiene and household cleaning, men exhibit particular attention to cleanliness in specific areas like restrooms. It's important to note that these are general trends and individual habits may vary greatly. As I said before in this podcast, it is for entertainment purposes only. Now we're going to go down to a couple of things here that's happened in the U.S. this week. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is scattered with a bunch of information. I made it this way because I felt like it'd make it more fun, more intriguing, and a little bit more informational. So we're going to go, we're going to break up with some of the stuff that's happened here with U.S. News. We got a couple articles. Number one, I did get some insider information. Before I go with this, I do want to let folks know, as we do know right now, there is currently a war brewing. Well, there is a war going on with Israel versus Gaza, between eliminating the Hamas. I did get insider information just recently, right before this podcast started. That's why I wasn't able to notify my wife prior to it. Otherwise, I would have called her and told her. The Marine Corps Reserves have been notified and had to sign a piece of paper, their deployment paperwork, to get ready to be set to deploy. They're being told to be ready and that they could deploy at any given moment. So they are now processing the Marine Reserves. I'm sure this is going on for other branches, but this is my insider information from the Marines. So just keep that in mind, that the Marines have now signed their paperwork set to deploy, or get ready to deploy, rather. So I'm going to leave that as that. I know the Marines in here listening. I appreciate you. Let's move on now with U.S. News. Congressman from Minnesota to challenge President Biden in primaries. That's right. Mr. Biden is now going to have somebody else coming after him. Congressman Dean Phillips from Minnesota filed to run in the presidential primaries, challenging President Joe Biden, his bid. Now, I will say, I don't think I've ever heard of Dean Phillips. So I don't know who he is, so I can't really speak on anything political about my feelings on him. But his bid is seen as a long shot and is an indicator of some dissatisfaction within the Democratic Party. And I mean, if you look at it, we won't be spending too much time on the politicalness here, folks. But if you do look at it, we are starting now, especially with this war starting off, we are now starting to see more of a divide between the Democratic Party. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed that. Zach, I know you're really not much of a news guy, a political guy, so you're probably not going to have too much commentary on this. But Gary, have you seen that yourself? Starting to see the divide between the Democratic Party?
Yeah,
you're starting to see that line
definitely
being
am.
drawn.
Yeah. I watched a video of some guy asking some lady if she would if she would vote for Biden again, and she said absolutely. And then he was just like, really? Like what are the key things that he's done that make you like want to vote for him again? And she was just like, well, I really like his integrity and that he's really empathetic and he cares. And he's like, integrity, empathy, and caring. Okay. And then he's just like, that was it. And it's just like, man, this is, I'm curious where the,
I would
where the
bite my
mindset
tongue,
comes
turn
from.
around, and walk away.
Yeah.
I would not have answers for them. I probably don't know what I would say, so I would turn around, just do as Zach did during this conversation, just walk away.
Yeah.
So Zach is grabbing his
Is that a
monster.
monster drink?
It is.
Good Lord. It's late over there for you.
Oh man.
Tired.
All right. Also happening right now in the U.S. That's happened recently in the news. A shooting in Florida results in 2 deaths. A shooting in Florida, Ybor City area resulted in 2 deaths and 18 hospitalizations. The incident occurred early on Sunday morning and involved a clash between 2 groups. 1 suspect surrendered to the police, and the investigation is ongoing. I don't know too much information on these folks. I'm just kind of reading off some top articles, and then we'll move forward. We got some global news coming up next, and then we'll move forward on that. You guys, if you hear any articles that pop in mind, say, oh, shit, wait a minute. I heard about this. I want to talk about it. Let me know, Gary, because this one might be close to home for you.
All right.
Schools close in Portland, Oregon due to teacher strike. For the first time in history, public school teachers in Portland, Oregon went on strike after failed negotiations over salary increases. This strike affected approximately, 45,000 students across 81 schools. So, Gary, this is within your home state, so I'm curious on this one. What is the average teacher salary out there right now? How much were they striking to try to get more of?
I have no idea how much they are paid or whatever, but the strike, I think it just ended, if I'm not mistaken. Did it end, right? Is that what that said? Is it still going on?
It doesn't tell me whether it's going on or anymore or not.
Yeah.
So that's where you come into play.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really been staying on top of it. I'm in Washington County. I don't know if it's Washington County that's being specifically affected by that, but I know that my boss's kids were still going to school and my coworkers' kids were still going to school. So I don't know to what degree, but yeah, the schools in Oregon are a complete shit show.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, we just like basically said like you don't need to prove that you can read or do math to graduate.
What?
Yeah.
That's like a basic necessity that
Yeah,
everybody
not
should
in
learn
Oregon. It
school.
isn't. You have to make sure that you know pronouns, you don't misgender people, and you're really concerned about feelings and words or violence.
Damn, I was getting my censor button ready. He said a few
No,
tricky
no,
words there.
no.
I was getting my censor button ready just in case.
Yeah.
I mean, you talked about a few things, and Zach's over there already choking. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So that's
Gary
Oregon.
has that effect on people.
I see. Well, all right. Last thing in the U.S. news, and we're going to go to some global news, and we'll move forward. The House fails to expel lawmaker George Santos. The U.S. House of Representatives failed to secure enough votes to expel lawmaker George Santos. So it looks like George Santos will still remain in the House as he has not been expelled. Don't really have anything on it, but it looks like Gary might. Gary's ready to spit
No,
something.
I just
No,
think
you
the guy's
sure?
an idiot. Yeah, he's an idiot.
Okay.
So it's just weird.
Just going to leave it at that. All right, we're going to go with some global news now. The global news right now, former premier of China, Li Keqiang, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but thank God. I'm sorry, not thank God, but I'm sorry, but he has been confirmed dead. Li Keqiang, the former premier of China, died following of a sudden heart attack in Shanghai. He served as China's premier for a decade from 2013 to 2023. I meant to say that at least he will not be offended by me butchering his name, but I couldn't figure out how to word that right. My apologies, sir. I'm going to have to say a few Hail Marys tonight after that came out that way. That came out the way it should not have come out. Heartless. I did not mean to be heartless. I swear, I promise I was not trying to be heartless. I was legitimately trying to figure a way to say.
Just
I'm
thank
sorry
God
to
he's
butcher the
dead, right?
name, but no, no. I got it recorded. Nucleus says, really? Listen, I butchered their name, and they can't yell at me for butchering their name, but they can definitely haunt me. So, moving on. Car crash in Egypt kills 32, injures 63. A major
Thank
car
God.
crash involving, shut up, Gary. Major car crash involving multiple vehicles in Egypt's Bahira, oh boy, Governorte resulted in at least 32 deaths and 63 injuries. The collision involved a passenger bus and several cars. That is insane. That is insane. That's
Way
a
to bring the
big-ass
room
car
down,
crash.
Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
Listen, people. This is the news. Deal with it. The news brings us down and brings us up.
First
All
you say
right,
thank God about a man that died. Now you're
Listen,
bringing it
I worded that wrong, Zach. Shut up.
Yeah.
up.
Look at him. Look at him
listen,
backpedaling, Zach.
Listen. I pulled a Biden. Okay, so leave me alone. I just pulled a Biden, and now I'm trying to retract it. I'm trying to be the press secretary now. I'm trying to backtrack. Let me just try to backtrack here.
There's no backtrack when you pull.
No, there's
Oh, you
absolute video proof.
misspoke, he says. Oh, yeah. All right.
Moving on, activists of opposition party held in Bangladesh over death of police officer. 2 opposition activists were arrested in Bangladesh following the death of a police officer during a violent protest demanding the resignation of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. That's an interesting one there. I'm not sure what's really happening on that one. Foreign nationals and injured Palestinians allowed through the Rafah border crossing. In a significant development, foreign nationals and injured Palestinians were allowed through the Rafah border crossing, which we've been hearing more of, right? They have been allowing more Palestinian people to cross over through Rafah. So that's phenomenal that's happening. Last bit of news here, folks, and then we're going to come up with some weirdest world records. We got one more news out of here that's overseas. President of Serbia dissolves parliament, calls for early election. The president of Serbia dissolved the parliament and called for an early election, marking a critical moment in the country's political landscape.
Can we do that here? How do we get an early election here?
That would be phenomenal, right? I don't think we
man.
can. I don't think there's anything within our constitution that would allow us to call for an early election.
Damn,
I
that's
don't think so.
unfortunate.
I mean, and maybe there is. If anybody's out there who's really big on the Constitution, maybe you know something that we don't know. But is there? Yes, we can. Yeah, we can. We please. That would be phenomenal, right? If we could do that, and we could actually figure out how do we do it.
How do we do it?
That would be cool, Amber. Right, Amber? That would absolutely be cool if we could do that. Jamie, what's going on? Welcome in. All right, folks. Now that we down everybody down with some of the news, I kind of like doing a show like this, breaking it up a little bit, different things. I think it's a little bit fun.
Fucking Debbie Downer.
Whatever. Listen, we're about ready to bring it up here with some of the world's weirdest records as of 2023. Yeah, but when you veer away from what it's all about. Oh, that is true. Then you veer away. If you do an early election, you do kind of veer away from what an election's all about. I get where my wife's coming on that one. So I get her on that one. Zach and Gary, with these ones, I want to ask you guys these questions and have you answer them and kind of guess it. We're going to play a game of, can you guess that record broken? I'm going to ask you these questions. I want to see if you can answer it. We're going to see which one's closer. All right. Gary, most children delivered at a single birth and to survive. How many do you think that is?
11. I know for sure Octomom had 8. So
Zach, most children delivered at a single birth to survive.
7.
Gentlemen, Halima Sisi from Mali delivered 9 children in 2021 in Morocco.
Damn. Beat out Octomom just by 1, huh?
Well, did the mom survive after that?
The mom survived after 9 children.
Damn.
Can you imagine? Like, I hope to God she didn't push it out. Like, I watched my wife give birth, and I don't know if I could watch a woman push out 9 kids. She had to get a C-section. My wife's saying 15. You're wrong there, my dear. And it's world records got 9. 9 is the number. Could you imagine watching 9? If it was a natural delivery, could you imagine watching 9 kids come out?
First of all, how the fuck could she walk with 9 children?
She waddled, man. She waddled like a duck.
Could have been on bed rest too.
She absolutely could have definitely been on a bed rest.
Like I'm surprised like she didn't just burst open.
It's amazing what the woman. So listen, that's one thing I'm going to give a shout out to all you women about. It's amazing on what your bodies can be put through, right? The birth, you women.
What about the men that give birth, Mark? You don't want to give any credit to the men that give birth?
No, fuck
You
no, because
sex-
men
you
can't keep.
sexist- you sexist
Listen,
fuck.
men can't keep in their friggin' stomachs. Okay, I'm going to bleep it out a little bit so I don't get censored. Men can't get. Okay.
Oh, man,
All right,
you're just,
I'm censoring it.
so
Listen,
many
I
people on
it
the
can't.
left.
I am right now. I've got the left
man,
crying at me.
Mark.
But listen,
Gosh.
you woman, I give you woman credit because what your bodies go through when you give birth is crazy. And for that, us men, on the behalf of us men, I bow down to you woman on that because man,
Dude.
9 fucking babies.
Dude, it's
9
not- it's
fucking
not-
babies.
it's
One
not
is a
even-
miracle.
It's not even just pregnancy, bro. Like when women fucking they have to, go through the cycle once a month, like can you imagine
Yeah.
if dudes had to have Mother Nature and we'd fucking out of our
Oh
thing?
man,
Oh.
if we had to piss blood, oh my god.
Can you
Imagine,
imagine if we-
all right,
if you had to stick it, oh no.
now
No,
listen, you know
no.
how sick we are, how much babies we are when we're already sick, right? Could you imagine if we were on our like man area?
Oh dude.
Oh my god, how much of a the woman would have to lock us up in a closet for that fucking week. They would have to lock us up in a closet and throw away the key. And we'd have to call out of work. They'd be like, hello? Yes, I am calling out my husband. This is his week. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not gonna want him there. No. Nope.
Mhm.
He's whining and crying. He wants his beer and his chocolate. It's not good. He's throwing shit all around the house. He's losing. Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. He can't make it to work this week. Oh my god, it'd be horrible. It'd be horrible. Sexy wifey in chat says, I'd lock you up. Tina down to say 100%. Listen, man, I, even as a guy, I can tell you what Zach just said. Yeah, we could not be in a man area. Not at all. No. I mean, how would you react, Gary? If you bled from your wee-wee, how would you handle that?
It
I-
wouldn't be fun. I don't know how I'd handle it. It doesn't sound like a good time. I
Dude,
can tell
that
you
sounds
that much.
awful, bro. I feel like I broke something. I'd be like, oh my god, I gotta go to the urgent care. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
Yeah.
Now listen, right? Women got pads and then they got tampons, right? There's 2 different versions. I think the guys would have to do the pads because there's no
we'd
way
have to wear Depends.
It'd be
bro.
like a diaper.
we would,
yeah.
we'd have to be a diaper because you couldn't. Could you imagine if they made like
It'd be like a
here-
sling diaper for your junk.
Dude,
here's
it'd be like a jock strap, bro. It'd be a
Yeah,
jock
right.
strap.
Oh my god! And then you'd have the ones that'd be brave souls. There'd be a company that'd be out there, and they would sell the tampon for men. Oh my god! Could you imagine? And you're gonna take this and insert this in through your tip, and it's gonna hold
Oh,
there.
dude.
And then you take a piss and it shoots out like a rock. You go pling, and you hear it fucking ricochet off in the toilet bowl. Oh my god! Cadmus News down there in chat says, I have no idea what I joined up on. Oh, you just joined in the conversation of men had periods. It's great.
Neither do we, actually. Neither do we.
This is why I love doing the podcast in this format because it brings up more of a conversation. I love it. All right, moving on to the next world record. Zach and Gary, we're going to start with who did I ask the first question to? I think
Yes,
I went
me
to Gary first.
Yes,
All right,
Gary first.
Zach. Oh, wait, my wife just said we bleed from a different hole than the we pee from. That is
Well,
true.
But still.
But you meant, but what if we had a double hole? What if
Anatomy
we had a
is
double
hard.
Dude,
hole?
I-
What if we had a whale hole? Like we had our pee hole and a whale hole.
oh my god.
So when we're getting it on, it don't come out from this hole, but it whales out.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god! You imagine the freaking videos from that? Oh my!
Oh my god. This is for entertainment purposes only, everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
definitely entertainment purposes only. Oh shit! All right, moving on now. That I'm crying. Longest time breath held voluntarily. Zach, what are your guesses for how long does somebody hold their breath voluntarily?
Like, this is an actual world record.
This is an actual world record.
I'll say 3 minutes.
Ooh.
Gary.
I'm gonna say 5 something.
Gentlemen, you are not giving
like
this
8
person
minutes.
you are not giving this person credit where credit is deserved. My wife said 10 minutes. I will say that she is the closest, but she is still not right.
It's more.
Budimir Sabat from Croatia held his breath for 24 minutes and 37.36 seconds in 2021.
The fuck is he? What the fuck is he? Part fish?
24 freaking minutes he held his breath. That is in fucking insane. Gary's over there Googling. Gary's like, motherfucker, I'm Googling this shit.
The hell was he
You
breathing out of his asshole? Like, what the fuck?
Dude, the guy
24 minutes. That doesn't even make sense.
How? Like, that guy had to train quite some time. He has to have some power fucking, he don't smoke. In order to hold his breath for 24, there's no way he smokes. There's nothing he's putting in those lungs.
I don't care if you smoke or not. That's fucking impossible.
It's obviously not. He broke a record.
Dude, he had to have been breathing out of his asshole or something. I don't fucking know.
And
I
he's
don't get it.
56 years old or some shit.
Yeah.
This
Maybe
is bananas. I'm gonna watch this after the show. That shit's
He-
bananas, dude.
maybe he's got that extra whale hole we were talking about earlier.
Dude's got something special.
time.
He has a hole in the top of his head or some shit going through his breathing
Yeah.
passage.
Right.
There's something weird there. That's insane.
That's
56
crazy.
years old.
56 years old and held his breath for 24 freaking minutes. Nuts. All right, moving on to the next one. Gary, heaviest train pulled with beard. This is in kilograms, so I'll probably have to convert it afterwards. But give me a guess. Hold on. Give me a guess in poundage. I'm not going to give anybody the buzzer because I'm going to have to convert it. How many pounds do you think the heaviest train pulled with a beard?
Well, it
was?
would be tons, right? Because the train's heavy as fuck.
It is heavy as fuck, but they got it.
Like, is it a full train? Is it just the engine? Like, I don't understand what the.
They
I
just
mean-
said train. It just says train.
Okay, I'll go with 18 tons.
18 tons. Zach.
I'll go with 12 tons.
Yeah, that's probably
All right.
more reasonable.
So Ismael Rivas Falcon from Spain pulled a 2,753.1. My wife says 500. 2,753.1 kilogram train with his beard in 2001. So, hey Siri, what is 2,753.1 kilograms in pounds?
No, you should have done tons.
2,753.1 kilograms is 6,069.55 pounds.
So it's
6,000. Oh, yeah.
6,069 in pounds. So yeah,
3 ton. Okay. Well,
3 ton.
I gave him a little too much credit there.
You did.
So
You gave him just a little bit.
three tons.
Yeah,
3 tons he pulled with his beard.
So basically 3 cars he pulled with his beard.
Yeah.
Damn.
I wonder if Barbecue Blackstone and Beer on TikTok could do that. We should ask him. We should ask him if he can pull a train car for us. Think he would.
I mean, that's pretty gnarly. 3 tons.
Right? Coming from your facial hair,
Beard.
dude. Like that hurts when the kids just grab this little whiskers that I got and they yank on it.
I was about to say, how do you even know, Mark? You don't even have anything.
You barely got anything neither there.
Well, I
Whisker boy.
trimmed.
Yeah, a good excuse.
I thought it was
trim
no
every
shave
day?
November.
I
Yeah,
didn't shave.
Zach.
It's still there. I
Oh,
trimmed
you're,
my-
Oh,
you're
but you
skirting,
trimmed, but
you're
you
skirting
trimmed.
the rules
Well,
a
no,
little
I
bit.
Yeah.
so
trimmed
you're
my
trimming.
neck. Oh, I trimmed my neck. All right.
Can you just go full beard at work? Like, will they let you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then why don't you? It's no
Yeah,
shave
you should
November.
just
Why don't you
go
go full beard?
Full fucking beard.
Come on, Zach. I
Oh,
thought we were gonna
just-
see
You mountain
that.
man.
all I do is trim my neckline. You fuck.
Oh,
Not-
so
not
in
this?
that
You
case,
didn't-
then
you
you don't
didn't
grow
trim
this.
this
Yeah,
up?
you didn't trim this, and you're giving me shit about my hair.
So that's 12 days worth
Yeah.
of no shave November. Right
November.
there?
Yeah, that's weak. That's fucking weak, Zach.
No, I did.
Come
I
at-
did. I did
Come
trim
at
it
me,
all.
bro.
I trimmed it all.
Good way of trying to backtrack.
He's got to keep the grannies happy. He's got to keep them grannies, you know.
He does. He does. He's got to keep his sugar mamas, sugar grannies all happy over there. All right, going on to the next one over here. The strangest diet. Gary, what do you think the world's strangest and world record breaking diet is?
A fruitarian.
Fruitarian. All right. Zach?
I'm gonna say living off just water.
All right. Well, both of you are absolutely wrong. The strangest diet goes out to Mitchell Latito from France, known as Monsieur Mengetiot, ate metal and glass throughout his whole life, starting in 1959.
Nah,
Metal and glass.
I don't
Sure,
buy
that
it.
didn't feel good coming out.
You'll have to look them up, Scary.
I
Look
don't
'em
want.
up.
I don't want to look them up.
Send me a link. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, see, that one's got them like, come on, guys. You don't want to go on that metal and
Dude,
glass.
how the hell
diet?
did that dude not die from all the shit?
Yeah,
in his
there's
insides?
literally no, like, nah. I don't,
No, you're not
don't
believing
buy
that one?
no.
But they got, in order to be in the World Book of Records,
He might have been
to-
able to eat metal and glass, but I don't think his diet consisted exclusively of metal and glass.
Dude, he tore his asshole apart. Bro. There's no fucking way he did.
Yeah, he
And
had
even
his-
even if not that, his organs inside, bro.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody in chat's like, oh, heck no. All right, we'll go on to the next one. Longest stand-up comedy show by an individual. Zach, how long do you think that comedy show lasted?
Does
By
it say
one
where?
person.
Is it where from? Like from?
I'll
United
get to
States
that
or
in
what?
that. It'll be, well, I will tell you, it was in the U.S.
It was in the
Longest,
US.
yep, longest stand-up comedy show by an individual. How long?
Stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy.
24 hours.
Gary.
Stand-up comedy. I'll go 18 hours.
All right, so Zach, you got 24. Gary, you got 18. My wife is not texting me, so I will move on to the answer. The Midnight Swinger, aka David Scott from the USA, performed for 40 hours and 8 minutes in 2013.
40 hours.
40 hours of straight up stand-up comedy.
That's a lot of
Holy
material.
shit. That had, dude. And in order to keep your crowd entertained,
Yeah,
and
I would run out of
engaged with you
shit to
for 40
say.
hours. That is fucking nuts. I mean, can even somebody like do that? Like, there's nobody that's gone like full blown TikTok for 40 hours, right? Like, that'd be crazy.
I know people that's done 24 hours, but not 40.
That's absolutely crazy. Zach,
Staying up
maybe you
for
should
40
try that
hours
for
is
us.
tough. Yeah.
Zach, you should be an experiment for us and try going live on TikTok for 40 hours straight.
Dude, my eyes would fucking hurt. Dude, Staring at this ring light for 2 hours doing this makes my eyes hurt.
Come on,
Right.
Zach. Like, you're the only single guy out here right now. We can have you do it for us. You can take one for the team and let's do an experiment. 40 hours. We'll make an event for it. We'll live stream it on the podcast and on TikTok. Are you doing 40 hours?
Dude, I would literally probably start hallucinating with lack of sleep.
There's some data to back that up.
But see, if he was smart, he would have said, okay, because he could have done 40 hours straight. It never said he had to stay awake.
Dude, well, obviously you have to. You don't sleep and do stand-up comedy.
That is very true. No, that is true.
Go to the next one, Mark.
You want me to go to the next one? Fine, I'll go to the freaking next one. You damn individuals. Fastest talker. Gary. Canadian. Oh, actually, I can't really ask you guys this one, really. Fastest talker Canadian Sean Shannon recited Hamlet's To Be or Not to Be in 23.8 seconds in 1995.
Oh, I thought we were supposed to guess.
Yeah, I forgot to do the guess one.
I was like, he's like, Gary. And then he tells you the fucking answer.
I did. I fucked that one up. Leave me alone. I had to scroll through. What's going on? I need potty training. Welcome in.
How long is that Hamlet?
To be or not to be? That's a good question. Gary, are you able to search that up? See how long that book is? How many pages is that play? It's Hamlet's To Be or Not to Be.
Yeah, but how did
many
you know
pages?
he was actually reading it and not just going, like, you don't know if he's fucking actually reading it.
There's somebody there watching him. When you do a Guinness Book of Records, there's somebody there that has to sit there and watch you do it.
Yeah, but what
And
I'm
then
saying
they
is,
play
how
it
do you
in
know he's
slow-mo.
actually reading it? Like saying the words.
Because
To Be or Not to Be is a soliloquy. It's 33 lines long, and it consists of 262 words.
That's a lot of fucking words.
Wait, how long is To Be or Not to Be? Yeah, so
That's a lot of freaking words.
yeah.
Oh, I just got a text from my wife. All right, moving on. Oh boy. Okay, this one should be interesting. Gary, how long was the longest attack of hiccups for one person?
11 years, 4 months, 6 days, 12 hours.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Wow. All right. Zach,
So what was it again? I'm sorry.
the longest attack of hiccups.
Dude, that would suck if you had that one. Oh my god.
Right.
I'm gonna say I'll say 24 hours.
Well, Zach, unfortunately, Gary was more closer than you. Charles Osborne from the USA had hiccups from 1922 until 1990.
God,
Fuck
Jesus.
that.
So his whole life.
His whole
Yeah.
life, essentially, he
Fuck.
had hiccups. Do you freaking imagine hiccuping your whole life?
Oh,
When I get hiccups for like an hour, I'm losing my shit.
Mark,
Yeah.
look at I need potty training's profile real fast.
Yeah, I know who they are.
I know. Look at their profile. That's funny.
Is that Sully? I can't really click on it, Zach. I'm live.
Oh,
I
it
can't-
says my name is Sully and I am a dependent on diapers.
Oh, dear God. All right, moving on, you guys. Most feet and armpits. What the fuck? All right, Zach, most feet and armpits sniffed. How many feet and how many armpits were sniffed to make the
Yeah.
world record?
Oh, there's not an amount of time, just however many.
Correct.
2,500.
Shit.
Gary.
I'll go with 1,000.
All right. Well, in this case, Zach is closer. Madeline Albrecht from the USA. Of course, she's from the USA, right? Sniffed approximately 5,600 feet and an intimate number of armpits during her 15-year career at Hilltop Research Laboratories. So that was her job. That was her job, to sniff armpits and feet.
So 5,600, huh?
56. Could you
My heart
ima-
says
look,
she's from Ohio.
No shit. Could you imagine having that job? Do you imagine? Oh, I got a new job, honey. It's freaking awesome. What is it, babe? Oh man, I get to smell people's feet and armpits all day. I just
What's
go
her
up in there and
Dude,
that was her job. And I'm
What
just
is her
sniffing
job?
away.
dude, so I saw an infomercial the other day while I was watching football. And it's a thing to make your asshole not smell no more.
Yes, I've heard that commercial.
And, like, how would you like to be the person to make sure that person's butt doesn't smell anymore? Like, you just gotta
Right? If someone's got a job to sniff feet
That's a
and
product
freaking
tester
armpits,
that I don't. Yeah.
someone has to have that job to sniff ass. Mara says she works for Dr. Scholl's. All right. But still, you imagine having a job.
But why the
sniffing-
pits?
Right? Why the pits?
What does Dr.
Maybe
Scholl's insoles have to do with
Maybe-
armpits?
Dr. Scholl's has an armpit deodorant brand? I don't know, but still, dude, that's a weird job. And then Zach's friggin' commercial. Yeah, someone had to have a job of sniffing ass. Like, could you imagine that one? Oh, babe, how was work today? I was fucking so shitty. Man, I had my nose up so much freaking ass today. It was fucking, it's horrible.
Nose deep all day, babe.
And
Brown nosing,
then they look at
taken
they
to a
look
whole
at
new
it and say,
level.
yeah, you still got a little bit of brown on the tip of that nose, my dear. Oh, fuck. Oh, man, that'd be horrible. That'd
That
be
would be
horrible.
horrible. That'd be awful.
God.
All right. All right, let's see. Gary, fastest time to type to 1 million in words.
Like a million words?
You type, time to type to 1 million in words. So typing out 1, typing out 2, typing out 3, but doing not in the
3
numbers, but
weeks.
doing the words.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Zach,
2 minutes.
damn. Well, you gave him some fucking credit. Gary was probably the closest, but he was still way off. The fastest time to type to 1 million in words was Les Stewart from Australia. He achieved this in 16 years.
What?
16 years is what it
That's
took him to type
insane.
to 1 million.
That
And
maybe
words.
makes sense. 16 years.
So, Zach, you drive.
Yeah.
Gary, you drive.
sometimes.
When your oldest vehicle, how many miles would you say you put on your oldest vehicle?
Probably the one I have now.
I put probably about 160 on my old Civic.
160. Would you say that's
1,000. Yeah.
would you say that's the most amount of miles you put on a vehicle?
Me, yeah, for sure.
Zach, what about you?
I got my car I think it had like 20,000 when I got it already on it, but I'm up to like 128,000 right now.
So that's the highest mileage you've ever had on a car, then obviously.
Yeah.
All right. So the next question is the highest mileage. There's a vehicle that has the highest mileage that's making the world record. Gary, I'll let you take your first guess on it.
I would say it broke 1 million miles.
Broke 1 million. Zach?
Well, is it still drivable though?
As of May 2014, it was. I don't know if it is anymore.
I'll say 700,000.
Irvin Gordon from the USA clocked up over 3 million miles in his
Jesus.
1966 Volvo 1800s by May of 2014.
That was a diesel. That must have been a diesel.
It had been a Volvo in that year. Definitely was a diesel, but
Yeah.
3 million freaking miles.
How the fuck does that thing still drive?
That is a guy who took care of his vehicle whenever it needed to be done. Oil changes got done as soon as it needed to be done. Any freaking
Yeah.
maintenance
Steels,
that had to be done on
gaskets,
yeah.
everything. Fuck.
But you gotta think, how much money do you think this guy put into his fucking car to make sure it got that high? Like he probably spent more money doing that than the fucking car was even remotely close to being worth.
Well, I mean, not if you're putting the money into it. It's probably cheaper than buying a brand new vehicle. If you think about it. If
I
you
mean,
can
as long as
maintain
it's
your
not like
vehicle-
a cash cow, right? If it's not, as long as it's not like you're blowing a transmission every, I don't know, so often, right? Like,
right.
it depends on, fuck, how much is a car? What year was that? 70
That,
something?
that was 70, yeah.
And he drove it till 2014.
Yeah.
That's not that
that's what they
fucking
thought.
long. That's not that long at all, bro.
3 million miles, dude. He did some driving,
That's crazy. What was his, I wonder what his job was.
right? I bet you he probably
That
had
would be
a
like
good job,
him driving from New York to California like every fucking day.
right?
That's crazy.
Freaking that is absolutely insane. All right, we're gonna come up to another one here. I don't drink this stuff anymore because I quit soda, but once in a while I like to indulge a little bit in the soda. As a teenager and as a young kid, I drank a lot of soda in my lifetime. Definitely loved it. Gary loves soda too. He absolutely loved over pouring his soda into glasses and watching it overflow onto the countertop. The 2 liters are very popular to people, but how fast can somebody drink 2 liters?
Ugh.
What is the world's fastest 2 liters drink? I bet you that guy belched hard.
That's
Zach,
got to be so uncomfortable.
right. It's got to be. Zach, how fast do you think somebody drank 2 liters of soda?
A minute.
A minute. Okay.
I was
Gary,
gonna
you're
say a
good.
minute.
Really?
I
Both
was
of you
gonna
going in a minute?
I'll go. Yeah, I'll go a minute.
Zach and Gary, both of you are going to get this. I'm sorry, gentlemen,
It's
but
like 48
Eric
seconds.
Booker from the USA drank 2. Of course, he's from the USA again, right? USA, we just do all the junky shit. USA drank 2 liters of soda in 18.45 seconds in 2021
Without throwing up.
without throwing up. Obviously,
Well.
he had to hold it down. Yeah, I bet you he did after he got the world record thing, but yeah.
Can you imagine that
18.45
carbonation
seconds.
going down your throat
Burn.
into your stomach
Oh,
that
dude.
fast, dude? That would suck.
Dude, that would be horrible.
Like, have you seen people
Absolutely.
trying to do the fucking Sprite challenge?
What's the Sprite challenge?
They
I've
try
listened.
they try to chug a bottle, like a little bottle of Sprite, as fast as they can. They can't do it because they burp. Some of them throw up.
Nucleus says probably let it go flat first. You know that may shake it up, try to let it go flat. You might be able to do it that way because they didn't say whether it's shaken or carbonated.
Just fresh. Just
But
like,
dude, that's still a lot of syrup,
Yeah.
right?
It's
Because that is
sugar.
just syrup based too. That sugar. Oh my, you have to be sick.
like
afterwards.
600 grams of
Yeah, it had to
sugar.
have been a competitive food eater because they have the stomach fucking thing, like the kind of
Yeah.
stomach to be able to do that.
Right. That's fucking nuts, dude. All right, so everybody's wearing costumes. Y'all know how hot costumes are. Would you run a marathon in a costume, Gary?
No.
Zach, would you run a marathon in a costume?
No.
All right. Well, this person decided that they were going to go ahead and run a marathon out in UK in an elf costume. How long do you think it took them to get to the finish line in that marathon in the elf costume?
I don't even know what a normal marathon time is. I'll say 2 hours and 27 minutes.
Damn. Okay. Zach?
It's actually a pretty good time for a marathon.
Is it?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll say an hour flat.
Damn. All right. Well, I'm going to say Gary is the closest on this one. Ashley Payne from the UK completed a marathon dressed as an elf in 2 hours and 58 minutes and 16 seconds in 2017.
Wow. That's
Right?
gnarly. That's
That is
what is that?
absolutely
22 miles or some shit?
Just about.
I don't even know what a marathon is. Like
Right.
20.
For everybody just tuning in, please note this is a live podcast recording. If you want a shout out, let me see a galaxy come from you and I'll give you a shout out.
Well, doesn't a marathon also consist of like different like activities? Like you have to bike some, you run
Triathlon
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a triathlon.
decathlon.
Yep.
or decathlon.
Triathlon. Yep. All right, let's see here. We got another one here. Push-ups. Y'all love Gary. You love doing push-ups. You're kind of a push-up kind of a guy.
some. No,
Have you ever done a
Gary-
one-finger push-up?
Oh, hell no.
No,
Gary?
why not?
Gary does cock push-ups. What are you talking about?
Yeah. That's one big finger, baby.
Well, the most consecutive one-finger push-ups. How many do you think a person could do for one finger?
Probably none.
50.
You're going 50 for a one-finger push-up? Zach, you're saying none?
I'll say.
Obviously, they're in the World Book of Records, so they had to do
yeah.
at least
Well, if
one.
it's the World Book of Records, I'll say 10.
Most consecutive one-finger push-ups is Paul Lynch from London. He performed 124 consecutive one-finger push-ups in 1992.
I was going to say 100, but I was like, nah, that's a little aggressive.
That was a prosthetic fucking finger. Okay?
Yeah, right?
That's a lot of fucking push-ups, man. That is a lot of freaking push-ups.
Especially, dude, I can barely do fucking 10 push-ups now, let alone one finger.
One finger's gnarly, man. Even like fingertip push-ups are super gnarly.
Right?
Yeah, no. All right, y'all love go fast. I know almost everybody. When you get behind a wheel, you want to test and see how fast you can truly go if you can get away with it. So we have somebody out here on a motorcycle that has broken the world record. I think we went to Gary first last time. So Zach, I'm going to ask you, how fast do you think this person made it on his motorcycle to break the record?
What kind of motorcycle?
A Kawasaki Ninja.
Ooh. I'll say 230.
Oof.
230. Damn, it'd probably be dead. But okay, Gary.
Yeah, I'm say about over 200 for sure.
Well, gentlemen, I hate to tell you that both of you are wrong. My guess is that would be death-defying. But Billy Baxter from the UK reached a speed of 265.33 kilometers an hour, which equals out to be 164.87 miles per hour
164.
on a Kawasaki Ninja motorcycle, blindfolded
Whoa,
in 2003.
blindfolded.
Blindfolded. I forgot.
Dude,
to
I wouldn't be able to
part.
go 5 feet blindfolded, bro.
He did that shit blind. He's like, hold on. Here, honey, hold my beer. Watch this.
I mean,
Blindfolded.
that's super gnarly.
This is redneck racing.
Right?
Finest,
Definitely is. In the UK at that.
right?
Oh, man. All right, we're going to go to the next one here. Let's see. Longest legs on a person. I'm a leg man. I mean, what do you think is the longest legs, Gary, on a... I already asked Gary first. Actually, go to Zach on this one. Gary, what do you think the longest legs on a person is?
You just said I'll go to Zach from Gary. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
5
going
foot.
shortest to tallest first. So
I'll
Zach,
go 5 foot.
you're going 5 foot?
We'll see. I'm trying to think. Because, fuck, Andre the Giant was pretty big. His legs are huge. I'll go 9 feet.
9 feet. All right. So they're doing this in inches, gentlemen. But the longest legs on 9 feet legs? Really? You guys fucking smoking something good. I just thought about this. Y'all smoking something damn good. Like, I'm not even reading this yet because I just thought about that. Y'all smoking some good shit. The
Not since
question is how
February.
long are their fucking legs are.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your answers?
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Macy Curran from the USA has the world's longest legs, measuring in at 53.25 inches for the left leg and 52.874 inches for the right leg as of 2020.
Almost 5 feet.
Almost 5 feet.
That was close.
Zach, you were way the fuck off, man. You were smoking and sniffing, and you were just having a grand old time on
I
there
was
on that
thinking
gas.
like ever. I was thinking ever in history. Is this like this is a person that's still alive?
I
Right,
think
this is the
I was
person still
thinking
alive.
of the world's tallest person. So
Is that what it was? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right, let's see here. Let's kind of scroll down a little bit here. Let's get through some of this.
can you
All right,
imagine if
Zach.
someone's legs were 9 feet long? Holy shit.
Zach, do me a favor right now.
Yo.
Since you're the only one without a green screen, stand up and stand on one leg throughout this next podcast. We'll see how long you can hold it up there.
Just stand on one leg.
Just stand on one leg. As we
Dance,
go through
monkey.
this one. Balance on one foot.
Well, you
And
guys
just
can't see. Okay, here,
We
hold
can
on.
see.
Now we can see you.
We can see you. All right, now just stay just like that. Okay, Gary, what do you think the longest duration balancing on one foot is?
7 hours.
7 hours. Zach, what do you think it is?
I don't know, but I'm done already.
What was that like? Not even a minute.
No,
All right,
officer, I didn't drink beer tomorrow.
Zach.
I'm gonna go 24 hours.
24 hours. Longest duration balancing on one foot goes to, oh boy, Arulanatham Suresh Junkum from Sri Lanka. Balanced on one foot for 76 hours and 40 minutes in 1997.
Jeez.
How do you even stay awake?
That's what
Number
I'm
one.
saying.
That is insane. That is insane. Now, I do have some friends out here on TikTok that operate some lifts, that go up on those big ass lifts and stay up there and whatnot. There is a longest time trapped in a lift. How long do you think a person was trapped in a lift, Gary?
5 days.
Zach.
A week.
So Kivli Papajohn from Cyprus was trapped in a lift for 6 days in 1987 to 1988.
I got one right.
Right. So he must have did that in December then, because they did that from 1987 to 1988. So he must have did that in December, which rolled into a new year. It had to have. Right?
Maybe he was putting up the New Year's like decorations and it just got stuck.
Oh my God, that would suck so
That'd be
bad.
lame, right?
No, can you
That would
imagine
be-
getting stuck in the ones that on the top of fucking skyscrapers that are like building
Bruh.
other skyscrapers and you're up that high, like 10 stories in the air? Like, nah.
Super
That'd be
sketch.
horrible. Well, look at those people that climb the fucking cell phone towers. They make a shit ton of money, right? But have you ever seen them? Like they
Dude,
just
they get paid once a year and they climb fucking like thousands and thousands of feet.
It's like 2,000
Dude.
feet. Yeah.
you imagine? I'd want a parachute. I'd be like, dude, you got to give me a parachute. If I'm going to change that light bulb up there.
Yeah,
if
and
I'm
all
gonna
they have
fall,
is a
I
thing
want
that hooks on to the things that they're like climbing on with hands and feet. They just have like a harness that hooks onto it in case they fall.
That I would freeze. I'm not that big a fan of heights. I'll do them if I need to, but like I'm gonna jump out of a plane at some point. I'm gonna go skydiving. But like, could you imagine being up that fucking high?
You ever been skydiving?
I've never been skydiving. I want to go so bad.
I will tell you the scariest thing about skydiving is before you even go up in the plane.
Really?
They make you record a video saying goodbye to your family and friends.
No shit. Really?
Dude, when they made me do it, they literally made me repeat this. Hi, my name is Zach, and I know parachutes sometimes don't work. I looked at the guy, I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
No shit. That's insurance liability right there. They want to make sure that you acknowledge that. So if you friggin' chute don't open, you go splat on the ground, your family
did you
can't
know
school.
if you go up in the plane, you don't jump, they fine you for it because you're wasting airplane fuel.
Really?
Mhm.
So you gotta jump.
You gotta if you go up and you don't jump, then you get fined, like a big fine.
No
Fuck
shit.
that.
Yeah.
Fucking right now, I want to do it more.
Not doing it.
Come on, Gary. You can come to
No.
me. We'll jump out
Yeah,
of a plane
The
together.
scariest part is literally when you jump out. Besides the video, because you free fall like I don't even know how many hundreds of feet. And then the other scary part's when the parachute comes out because it jerks you up and you're like, oh shit.
And you're also strapped to another person, right?
Yeah, 'cause you have to, the only way you're not strapped to another person, you have to jump so many times with the instructor before you can do it by yourself.
Yeah, not interested.
Come on, Gary. We'll do it together. You come to Maine, we'll jump out of a perfectly good flying plane together.
Nope.
Dude,
You're
I'll
on
do it
your
again.
own, brother.
I'll do it again. Fuck it, let's go.
Let's see here. All right, now we're gonna come up with some common issues that couples argue about, vary depending on the context and the study. But here are some insights.
I already know the number one.
All right, not listening. What is the percentage of couples do you think argue about not listening?
100%.
Zach, what are your thoughts on that?
I'll say 65%.
That's right around 47% of couples argue due to one partner not listening to the other. Saying the wrong. All right, this one's a pretty decent one. I'm actually surprised this number is not as high as I thought it would be. But saying the wrong thing. What would you say?
I'd say 50.
50%?
Yeah.
I'll say 30%.
Gary, you're a little bit closer. It's 34% of couples argue because of saying something inappropriate or hurtful. Right? You get that heated moment. Sometimes you get in that argument and you'll say something that you definitely regret you didn't mean to say or whatnot. But yeah, 34%. Thoughtlessness.
22%.
Zach.
40.
29% cite thoughtlessness as a reason for arguments. Now here's a good one. This one, I know I've even felt this on my wife sometimes with the tone of the voice, right? Sometimes the way we talk, the tone of our voice can kind of seem like it's different than what it should be, right? So tone of voice, how many couples do you think argue over their tone of voice?
I'll say 22.
22% from Zach.
I'll say 38.
Gary, you are almost dead on. 39% of respondents in a YouGov survey mentioned that the tone of voice is a common reason for arguments. Right? Well, you got to think about it, man. You're already having a shitty day. You come home, you're trying to settle down, you better be saying something to, and you talk back, but you're already pissed off, right? You're not pissed off of your better half, but you're pissed off. So your tone of voice comes off, and next thing you know, you just triggered them. And it turns into a freaking downright fucking argument. You're like, I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean to come out that way. Just like when I was talking about that poor dead guy.
Thank
I
God.
forgot his name. Fuck. Oh, man. All right, here we go. These findings highlight the diversity and complexity of issues that can lead to arguments in relationships, with behavioral problems, communication issues, and practical matters like money and housework being among the most common triggers. So here's 8 things that couples will typically argue about. Oh, wait, no, sorry. No, we already read those ones. Oh, okay. These are the, we're almost finished here. We got a couple more skits here. So the is this top 10 or top 8? This is top 10. All right. We're going to go through the top 10 nastiest things that people do. First one, gentlemen, of course, we're probably going to have conversations on about reusing dirty jeans for weeks without washing them. This is a common habit, though specific statistics are not provided. So just, don't throw them into dirty clothes, put them back up and rewear those jeans again and again and again until they stand up, and then put them in the washing machine.
I do that with my work jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah. You work jeans?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're just wearing at work, right? You're not getting dirty at work. Might as well just keep on wearing them again. All right. So everybody agree that, yeah, we kind of do that. Here's another thing that people do. Wearing already used workout clothes when in a hurry. Again, quite common, but without specific percentages. You go work out and you get sweaty and it's stinky as fuck. And you just
It depends. I'll do that sometimes, but it won't be if I went into the sauna or if I had like a super gnarly, gross workout, I won't rewear them. But if I had like a mellow workout, I'll rewear it.
All right, Zach.
Man, I'll wear basketball shorts more than once to the gym, but
now here's one
not
I think.
a shirt.
Not a shirt.
Yeah, not a shirt for sure. Not a shirt.
Here's one that I think almost every American, even people across overseas, probably do quite a bit, but it's considered a gross thing. Using your phone while sitting on the shitter.
I
A
do
frequent
all-
habit, but specific statistics are not mentioned. How many people in chat? How many people listening right now? Comment in the sections on your devices. How many of you use your phone while you're sitting down taking a dump?
If you say no, you are fucking lying.
I agree,
I see
100%.
wifey is
go
saying
to the
not me in the
bath-
chat.
Dude, if I go to the bathroom to take a shit and I don't have my phone, I'll waddle back out with my shorts around my ankles. I will waddle back out with my shorts around my ankles, grab my phone, and go back and sit down.
I think almost the typical average person these days do use their phone and bring their phone with them in the bathroom, right? They have to have that. But back in the day, it used to be a newspaper. Before phones, people had newspapers. They sit on the shitter and read the newspaper,
Back in the day,
Now-
you'd look at the
back in
back
the
of the
day.
shampoo bottle.
right? Or they'd even have like the toilet paper that had writing on it. Remember that?
Or you just leave books or magazines in there because you know
Yeah,
you're going to be in
National
there for a
Geographic.
few minutes, right? So you got the shitty books, you got the shitty magazines.
Or back in the day when you were young, you had the National Geographics when you're in the bathroom. You had to spend a little extra minute in that bathroom, that National Geographic magazine.
You were making the
Exactly,
pages
checking
stick
out.
together, weren't you?
Fucking right, man. You got to make those pages sticky.
God.
I think we lost Zach. Yeah, Zach, we know you were having fun with the National Geographics.
Oh yeah, I love looking at the tribes photos.
You thinking about Sports Illustrated instead of Nat Geo, Mark?
Maybe.
A
little bit of both. A little bit of both.
look at this giraffe from Africa.
Oh, right. Dear God.
God.
Oh, God, no, not the giraffe, man. Hey, that was like the free porn in that thing. There was the shirtless stuff back in the day on that stuff, man.
Dude, they had those in high schools and shit, bro.
They did. All right, let's go on to the next one. Not showering for multiple days in a row. Common among many people, but exact figures are still not provided. So it's not really giving me statistics.
I think camping makes sense. Or
Right, we
some
kinda talked
cultures,
about this.
some cultures, just probably don't have access,
Right?
right? So that we're assuming first world, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. This next one has statistics. This is going to be scary. All right, chat. Now we're getting statistics, and this one is quite disgusting. Unfortunately, there are people who love to do this, and the percentages may surprise you. Sniffing worn underwear. I'm going to go off of Zach and Gary. We're going to ask them for both men and women. Zach, what percentage of women and men, this is separate percentages, so I need you to give me two different percentages. What percentage of women and what percentage of men sniff worn underwear?
Well, I feel like men don't sniff their own underwear. I feel like they sniff women's underwear. So I'm gonna say 100% for men.
All right. So you're saying 0% for women, 100% for men?
Not women, just men.
Why? Well, I need one for women too.
20.
20%. Gary.
I'll say 80% men, 74% women.
Damn. All right. Well, I'd like to tell you, gentlemen, about 31% of women and 44.3% of men have sniffed their undergarments to check if they can be worn again. Just sit there and give it that good old woof with your nose and say, oh, don't smell shitty enough for me. I'll put that fucker right back on. Let's go to town.
You got to turn them inside out once in a while,
That's it. Hey.
That's disgusting.
If it ain't brown, it's good to go. All right. Going on to the next one here. Going to bed without washing up. Just say, fuck it, brush your teeth, go to bed, call it a day. What would be the percentage of men and women that do that? Gary, we'll start with you first on that one. What percentage of women and what percentage of men?
I would say fucking 55% men and 30% women.
Okay, Zach?
I guess it depends on what kind of job you have. Some people may shower in the morning. Me, I shower when I get home from work. So, I'd say 50% men, 60% women.
All right. Well, the survey says approximately 40.1% of women and 58.9% of men admit to skipping washing their face before bed. Just washing their face. And it's funny, right? Because I'll admit I don't really wash my face prior to bed. And the funny part is I used to sell vacuums where we did demos on people's bed mattresses. Like it was the Kirby vacuum, man. And like
I
you
have a
take this Kirby, right? You take the Kirby, you put this little sheet in between the machine,
Oh, the
and the
black
way you
sheet.
sell, yeah, and then you
Yep.
sell it to people. You go run the vacuum over the bed, and it shows all the dust mites and all the dead skin that come
Yeah.
off people's mattresses. Oh
Dude,
man, it's fucking horrible.
I did that. I used to do that kind of shit. I'd go do demos like that, and I went to my aunt's house to try to sell her one, and I did her pillow, and
Oh man,
she instantly took her pillowcases off and put them in the washer. I was like, oh, so you want to buy one now? She's
did she buy one?
No,
She didn't buy it still. What?
No, she didn't.
Oh man, that one typically sells. Oh man, I'm. This next one's gonna be a fun one. Oh wow, the holy shit, the percentages. Oh wow, okay, gentlemen, this should be fun. Enjoying the odor of your own farts.
Basking in the ambience.
That's it. Basking in the ambience. What percentage of women and what percentage of men do you think enjoy basking in their ambience of the smell that comes out of their assholes?
100%.
100%.
For both men and women?
Both.
All right. Well, gentlemen, you are a little bit off, but you're not that far off. A significant 94.1% of women and 92.7% of men find satisfaction in smelling their own farts. They
Humans
just
are
love it
fucking
when they
weird.
rip one and they're like, yeah, baby, you smell that shit? Oh, that's a dirty asshole right there. Come over here and smell this one. Oh, man. I ain't gonna lie. I've been kind of hurting my wife a little bit bad these past few days. I had to take a break from that BPC 157. I think it's got my gut all up in shambles right now. So, like, oh, it's bad, Gary. It's bad.
It's probably
That's
the
weird.
food you're eating.
It could be the food I'm eating. So, I'm cutting a couple out just to see, and then I'll go back on it. But
Supplement won't really do that. Not that one.
you never know. I did read up on it a little bit more. I'm still taking it, but I read up a few more things on that one. But yeah, let me just say though, smelling your own ass. How many of y'all out there in chat love to smell your own assholes? Can y'all let me know in the chat? I'm just curious. When you let one rip, do you feel proud of yourselves and you're like, hey, get over and smell this one? Oh my God. You can almost smell the berries I ate tonight. How many of y'all done that? You know, the other thing that's kind of weird with smelling, but I get a kick out of it every time is after you eat asparagus. And it's only a select few people that have that happen to.
That's never happened to me before.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't have that gene.
It's a certain
you-
gene.
So when you eat asparagus, you don't smell that burnt rubber smell that comes from your urine afterwards?
Nope.
Interesting. Gary, you smell it though, right?
I wouldn't call it burnt rubber, but it smells like asparagus.
Really? For me, it smells like literally burnt rubber. It smells like someone fucking went out there and peeled some damn tires, dude. It's fucking horrible. I'll eat asparagus. I'll smell it. Be like, holy shit. I even called my employee one time, right? Because I just recently learned about it. I'm like, what the hell? So I was at one of my accounts and I took after having I ate a whole bundle of asparagus too. I'm like, Scott, get over here. He's like, what? I'm like, do me a favor, walk in that bathroom. He goes, what'd you do? Stink it up? I'm like, not necessarily. I just want you to go in there and tell me if you smell anything. Walks in, he goes, what the fuck? I'm like, what? He goes, it smells like burnt rubber in there. I'm like, dude, I just pissed. And I told him the whole thing. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, it's legit a gene that if you eat asparagus and you piss with this gene, you will smell burnt rubber.
I don't know about burnt rubber, but
I'm telling you, it's burnt rubber, man.
Dude, I'll tell you something that's really weird.
What's
One
that?
morning at work, I drank a Welch's grape juice thing out of our fridge. Dude, I had the runs, and it smelled like grape juice.
He had the grape juice shits.
Dude, I was literally shitting, and I was like, why does it smell like the grape juice I drank earlier? And I was like, that's fucking crazy.
Oh man, dear God.
process quickly.
Yeah, it really
Oh,
did. I feel like that's what gave me the shits too, was that grape juice.
It probably did.
Yeah, definitely the grape juice gave you shits. That and apple juice, man. Apple juice will definitely give you the shits too. Oh my God,
Yep.
the apple juice shits are the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got two more of the grossest things that people do, and then we're gonna go down. We're gonna end this with some Thanksgiving shit.
I bet.
All right,
I
the
bet
next-
already. I bet I already know what number one is, bro.
We'll find out here shortly. But first thing right here, the next gross thing that people do is sniffing fingers after touching their genitals. Gary, we asked you first. So Zach, we're gonna ask you, Gary, what percentage of men and what percentage of women admit of doing this to check their cleanliness?
He did it again.
He did it again.
I did. Zach, I'm going to you first.
I don't know. It's weird to do.
It is.
Oh man, I'm gonna go 50-50 on both.
50-50 on both. Gary, what are you going with on this one?
I'll go 74-50.
So 70 men, 50 women, or 70
Yeah,
women,
yeah,
50
yeah.
men?
70 men.
All right. So around 54.2% of men and 54.8% of women admit to doing this to check their cleanliness. So that means more women smell their fingers after touching themselves versus men. That's
Seems
crazy,
about right.
right? This next one, folks, we see people doing this all the time when you're driving down the road.
Did I guess?
What's the next one?
I'm gonna guess picking their nose.
Oh, fucking right. That's exactly where we're
Yep.
going. We catch people doing this all the time when we're driving down the road. You'll see them diving deep up in their noses, and then some of them even eat them, the nasty pricks. But here we go. We're going to go with this one.
Dude, they need their salt intake, all right?
I
right?
guess so. Gary, what percentage of women and what percentage of men do this? Admit to picking their nose. Oh,
Admit to it?
even eating it afterwards. And
Ugh.
even going
Ugh.
ahead and just taking that good old licking. Finger licking booger good.
This is gonna make you not want to kiss your wives.
So this is admitting, not actually. Okay,
Admit-
so
this is
admitting. So I would say admitting probably 60-40.
60-40, 60
Oh,
men,
but
40
eating
women?
it would probably be 30-20.
30-20. Zach. Oh
So
man.
gross.
Zach, what's yours? What's going on, Braden?
So guess for both, like admitting.
Yeah, guess for both. No, just one percentage. They're picking and eating. Just picking and eating.
Oh, just eating. Okay.
Yeah. Picking and eating.
eating. Oh my god. I'll say 50% men, 30% women.
Well, Zach, next time you go to the bar and you're trying to pick up a woman, you might want to think twice about sticking your tongue in her mouth.
Oh, thank God
Nearly-
I don't go to bars anymore. So fucking-
Nearly 97% of women and 95.3% of men admit to this, with portion even eating it afterwards.
See, so the portion of eating it after, so that portion is significantly lower, I would assume. Everybody picks their nose. 100% of people pick their nose, right? But eating it is where it drops.
Right. It's got to be,
Yeah.
because who's going to sit there and go,
Everybody
Dude,
picks their nose.
that literally turns my stomach just thinking about it. Bro.
right? Just thinking about that big, gushy booger. What about the slimy ones that
I was
come out,
just gonna
Zach?
say, what are the
And then, like,
slimy
you get
ones?
you get that trail that just comes out, Zach. You pull it like, holy shit, is it ever gonna end? And then it dangles in. The person just kind of goes like a spaghetti, right? And they're like,
Bleh.
no,
That's
down
so
the hatch.
disgusting. That's so disgusting, bro. They're like
Sexy
twirling
wife
around
is
their
over there
finger.
going, next. Yeah, you gotta twirl it up like the fork. Make sure you get all of it, right? You just gotta wind that bitch right up. Go here, finger licking good, baby.
That's so fucking gross, bro.
Other notable gross habits include peeing in the shower, 93.6% of women and 91.3% of men. Peeling away dead skin, 96.3% of women and 93.3% of men. And smelling dirty armpits, around 96% of women and 93.9% of men. These habits, while considered gross by some, are surprisingly common and often part of everyday behavior.
Yeah,
Oh,
seems
man.
normal.
I'm
All right.
surprised. I'm surprised chewing fingernails wasn't on there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I asked for some weird Thanksgiving traditions. Since we're coming to Thanksgiving, I'm going to try to come up with a bunch of things Thanksgiving at the ending of every podcast until we get up to Thanksgiving. So, the number one, Zach said he already knows what he thinks number one of the weird tradition is for Thanksgiving. Zach, what is the weird number one thing you think it is?
Oh no, I was talking about the last one we just talked about.
Oh, okay. So you weren't talking about the Thanksgiving.
No.
Number one is turducken, A culinary Frankenstein, the Tudurkin, consists of a deboned chicken stuffed into a deboned duck, which is then stuffed into a deboned turkey. It's a meat lover's dream and a unique twist on the traditional Thanksgiving turkey. I will say I have been dying to try that, but my wife is not game for it yet. Has anybody on the show right here? Have you guys tried a Tudurkin yet? I would love to. Doesn't it sound good though?
But I've heard that is like the number one cause of oil fires on Thanksgiving because people drop their turducken into the frying batter.
Okay, yep.
And it just splatters over and then hits the flame and then fucking everything turns onto fire.
Yeah, and if you fuckers in here don't deep fry your turkey, you're doing it wrong.
I do not deep fry. I've never deep fried a turkey.
Dude, it makes your turkey so much more moist.
Really?
How long does it take to deep
how long
fry
does
a
it take to
turkey?
deep fry?
Oh man, I don't know. I think an hour.
An hour.
An hour to deep fry a turkey.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. That's
Well,
usually
then
done
you
by
just say if we don't deep fry, we're wrong. So obviously you
It's-
deep fried a turkey.
We're gonna
How long
look to
does it
you
take
for
deep
advice.
fry? Yeah,
I've
we're gonna look
never-
to you for
I've
advice
never
back.
done it. I've never done it.
So you're in the
myself.
wrong.
Well, I
You
don't-
just told us if we never deep fried a damn turkey, we're in the wrong. So Zach, you're in the wrong.
Hey, I
Right.
go to my family's for Thanksgiving. I don't fucking cook. All right. I go
Well, you're in the
there.
wrong then. You should start cooking.
Fuck that. I ain't hosting Thanksgiving here. I don't want people in my house.
What?
Because he keeps it clean. He doesn't need anyone to come in and dirty his shit.
I guess so, right?
Hey, my house is fucking spotless.
The number 2 tradition is Thanksgiving Day parades with weird floats.
Yeah.
While parades are common, some Thanksgiving Day parades feature bizarre and unusual floats that defy explanation and ranging from surreal artistic creations to giant inflatable characters. I would agree with that. There are some weird ass floats you see in the Macy's parade that's like, why is that? This is nothing to do with Thanksgiving. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it is interesting.
All right, so we got number 3 is turkey bowling. Using a frozen turkey as a bowling ball, participants roll it down a smooth surface to knock over pins. This offbeat activity adds a quirky spin to Thanksgiving celebrations.
I'm
I
down.
gotta say, I'm down to try it, but I've never done it.
Never done
Zach,
it, but
have
I'm
you ever
down.
done turkey bowling? Sexy wifey down the chat says I was allowed to be in the parade. I work for Macy's. Oh, no shit. Nice.
That's cool.
Hey, Ohio State's marching band was in the Macy's Day Parade.
Oh, that was so everybody could laugh at him, right?
Motherfucker, we're 10-0 right now. Fuck you.
Moving on next, turkey trots. These are fun runs or races where participants often dress in costumes, and the prize is a tofurkey, a popular vegetarian turkey substitute made from tofu. Back in the day, Gary would fucking be all about that
Yeah.
turkey thing.
I mean,
Like,
a decade ago, yeah, for sure.
yeah,
And it's
you
funny
were.
how I went from like vegan, vegetarian straight into carnivore.
You did. That was an
I shit
interesting little.
years. I did a complete fucking 180, dude. That was crazy.
Dude, my brother-in-law tried going vegan, and then he broke on Thanksgiving. He's like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny is back when I weighed 260 pounds, Gary used to come at me. He was a vegetarian, then trying to get me to do the whole vegetarian thing at first, trying to, Mark, you got to do this, you got to do that. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking eating just no, that wasn't my thing.
Yeah,
And
don't do that. That's a horrible idea.
and then he tried to get me to do the carnivore. I tried doing that, but that was kind of boring for me. So the actual diet that legitimately worked for me was the keto diet because I was able to eat meat, cheese, and veggies, and fucking it was game on. And then I went from 260 pounds down to 190, so I can't complain. All right, moving on to the next thing. Breaking the wishbone, a tradition where two people pull apart the dried wishbone of the Thanksgiving turkey. The person with the larger piece is believed to have their wish granted. I can say that is a tradition that we actually still hold here in my household, just because it's been on for ever since I was a kid that we still do it here. Gary, do you guys do it in your home still?
No, we don't even really do turkey. It's just my wife and I. So we'll do like little Cornish hens and
You still got to do a turkey, man.
nah, fuck all that.
Buy a small turkey.
Nah, fuck that. It's too much work.
No, it's not. Do a turkey.
It's
Gary.
too much work. Fuck
Do a
that.
turkey, Gary. You got it. Why
Cornish
if you're
hen,
not-
homie.
If you're not doing a turkey on Thanksgiving, you're on a wrong.
Don't give a shit.
Yeah, turkey is so much better. The meat is so much better.
Don't really care.
Especially if you deep fry
Whatever.
it.
Whatever, Zach. You can't talk
From
on
the
that
from the
subject.
guy
You
who
never deep
can't
fried a
tell us how to
fucking
deep
turkey.
fry
Yeah,
goddamn turkey.
you're fucking pointless on that subject, Zach. Anymore. You can't talk on that. But Zach, do you do the whole turkey wishbone thing with your daughter?
I haven't done it in years. I don't think she's ever done it either. She's usually off playing with my nephews and her other little cousins and stuff like that. So she's never done it. But
All right. Always Tina in chat says they do it, and then Sexy Wife says I like ham on Thanksgiving more than turkey. Oh, you are in the wrong, Sexy Wifey. I'm sorry, but it's all about the turkey on Thanksgiving. For those who do not have turkey on Thanksgiving, you are in the wrong and you are missing out on life. Like turkey is where it's at, man. After you eat that big old turkey, you take a nice fucking lovely nap on the couch and you're golden.
dude, and the thing is, you can eat so many plates and then it comes to dessert and you're like, I probably shouldn't, but I'm still going to.
Oh, fucking right, dude. You're so bloated after Thanksgiving Day, man. Oh, your stomach's gained like 20, 30 pounds. Hell yeah.
My mom got mad at me and my sisters and my cousins last year because we started playing beer pong on the patio because it was nice out, and she got so pissed. We're sitting there fucking hammered, drunk, fucking just playing beer pong. She's like, "Is this supposed to be a family gathering?" And I was like, "We're all here."
We're gathered. There's family.
Oh man. The next one we got is pumpkin chunkin. In this bizarre tradition, people build catapults or cannons to see who can hurl a pumpkin the furthest. It's a strange but popular post Thanksgiving activity in some parts. I would love to try that. That
That would
a
be
blast.
rad. Yeah.
That would be rad. Building a catapult and just hunking all those
Dude,
fucking
have you
pumpkins.
seen the video of the girl that was trying to do that with a pumpkin and it came back and smacked her in the face?
I have
A
not.
watermelon.
Oh, it was a watermelon.
It was a watermelon. She
Really?
got the watermelon hit her face and exploded. She
Yeah,
got
it got stuck. It got stuck in the thing that's supposed to launch it out, and it came back.
it was like
and
a slingshot. It was like a
Oh,
slingshot. Yeah.
dude. Yeah,
She pulled that thing back super far and let go and just boom right in the face. She got lit up, dude.
Oh, that's fucking
Oh
horrible.
man.
That is horrible.
God.
Folks, we got,
Watermelons are so hard, dude.
It
God damn.
we got four more on the list. A pie cakin, a dessert version of the turducken. The pie cakin involves bacon and an entire pie inside of a cake. It's a weird but increasingly popular Thanksgiving dessert. Ooh, my wife, if you are still listening to me, I so want to try out this pie caking. That sounds fucking yummy. A pie cakin.
The wife just made a cheesecake.
I know.
I love
Can you
I love
imagine
cheesecake. That's my favorite.
putting
dessert.
that cheesecake inside of a pie.
Or like an apple pie inside of like a chocolate cake.
Oh my god.
I don't know if apple pie and chocolate cake would be good. I would
mean,
say
I am
I'm
not
not-
Brian.
A pumpkin? I mean, what kind of pie goes inside of a cake?
That's the question to be, right? I mean, oh my god. Well, you could do like
or just a regular vanilla cake with pumpkin pie in it.
Oreo ice cream pie inside of a ice cream cake.
How do you bake it?
Yeah, see that'd be hard because the ice cream would melt.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know, man. That just sounds yummy. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to look some of those
I'm
recipes
intrigued
up.
though. I'm intrigued.
I am intrigued. I'm intrigued. Another thing people do on Thanksgiving is they dress their pets in costumes. Some people celebrate by dressing their pets in Thanksgiving themed outfits, ranging from pilgrim hats to turkey costumes. Gary, do you dress your dogs up?
No, but they not in costumes, but like when it gets cold out, we do have little jackets for them.
All right. Gotcha. The other one, Thanksgiving masking, a mostly historical tradition where people, especially kids, used to dress up in costumes and masks on Thanksgiving, similar to Halloween. I've never heard of that, to be honest with you.
Mm-mm.
Zach, have you ever heard of that one?
No.
No. All right. Well, that's a new one for me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the Thanksgiving stuff. And that is actually going to start wrapping up our podcast here for tonight. I do want to say, unless Zach or Gary got anything else, TikTok, y'all can hang around for the after show for a second. But we're going to end up on the other social medias here in just 1 second, unless Zach and Gary have something they'd like to say to everybody.
Always wipe front to back.
That is Zach's new closing line. If anybody can send that message to Jeffree Star, that'd be phenomenal. Let Jeffree Star to always know to wipe front to back, and let him know that we would still like to know how he does wipe with those big ass nails of his. On that note, let's go ahead and end this podcast on all the other social media profiles. For everybody tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, we thank you as we end the show. TikTok, you're going to see the studio here in just a second because I'm going to minimize it.
You've been listening to the Mark G Show. You may know them from their political commentary, but there's a lot more to the fellas than politics. And that's why we created this show. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon. But until then, make sure to reach out on social media. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok at The Mark G Show. And to email the show, it's on air at themarkgshow.com. Take care, and we'll see you next time on the Mark G Show.
Zach loves penis.
Happy sock.
People are going to be listening to our podcast on the audio version be like, what special message do I have at the end of this one tonight?
Yeah, right.
That's what they heard. Zach loves penis, and then you hear Zach yelling happy sock. Let me in the social medias. Hold on.